And so we're trying to make it easier for people to get here, opening up the capacity to get here.
You, President Biden, you are the first president of the United States in a very long time that has not built not even 1 meter of wall. And that, we thank you for that, sir.
Well, that's going well. In case you thought things were about to turn around at the border, joining me now is somebody who actually knows what's going on. He's on the front lines of all this stuff. Sheriff of Pinal County in Arizona, Mark Lamb. Also author now, which we will get to here in just a couple moments. Mark, he's just going to make it easier for people to get here. I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah, that's what he's done. He's made it easier all the way along. They don't build any wall. They have all the Border Patrol agents just being babysitters. They're not committed to protecting our borders. And the fact that Mexico would praise him for that should tell him that he's doing it wrong.
You say the Border Patrol, they have them being babysitters. Can you explain what they have our guys doing?
Yeah, Border Patrol, that's not what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be out there patrolling the border, looking for people trying to come through the deserts, helping CBP officers, which is your Customs and Border Protection, find the drugs that are trying to be brought into this country through the ports. That's what they're supposed to be doing. But when you have 6,000, 7,000 people coming in a day to this country illegally, you end up being babysitters. All you're doing is taking those people, processing them through facilities, and they're not out in the actual border trying to stop these guys. So, and then if the morale is so low because they haven't had their backs, they didn't stand with them when they had the horse thing, when they claimed they were whipping people. Those things are all a combination of why they're down in numbers as well.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about the down in numbers. One thing I'm definitely worried about, Sheriff, because we need these people out there. I'm worried about people leaving. What are your deputies telling you? I don't want them leaving either. I don't want Custom Border Patrol guys leaving. I don't want deputies leaving, but I'm worried that's going to happen because it feels hopeless.
Well, we worry about it every day, but we try to be good leaders. I think leadership matters. And we see it up there in Washington, D.C., that poor leadership is a reflection on the numbers that they're losing at Border Patrol and all the federal agencies. In our agency, we stand behind our guys. We believe in law enforcement. We will pursue you if you are breaking the law. We will hold you accountable. And I think that's the difference. Our people know that we support them, and people are flocking to our agency to work because they want to be cops. But unfortunately, I can't do Border Patrol's work too. I try to help, but in the end, I don't have the resources and I don't have the statutory authority to be able to do it.
Speaking of leadership matters, here is Alejandro Mayorkas.
I've got a lot of work to do. I'm proud to do it alongside 250,000 incredibly dedicated and talented individuals in the Department of Homeland Security, and I'm going to continue to do my work.
So you have no intention of resigning?
I do not. I've got a lot of work to do, and we're going to do it.
Are you prepared for the investigations?
I am. I will be, and I'll continue to do my work throughout them.
Men's had articles of impeachment filed against him. He is the head of DHS, and yet he has intentionally opened up the border. Do I have that correct?
Yeah, he has not done a good job. I will give credit where credit is due. I had a tragedy in my family, and kudos to this man. He sent me a handwritten note. I'll give him credit where credit is due. But at the same time, as a leader, I have to recognize that he has not done his job well. Whether it's he's working at the behest of the federal government or not, Joe Biden's policies, he still has a duty to stand up for the people and do his job and stand up for those agents for Border Patrol, ICE, and he hasn't done that. They don't respect him. They don't want him as a leader. And I think we've got to get somebody in there that is going to do this job and do it well.
Support the First TV today and get instant access to exclusive specials like Who is Ron DeSantis, the history of FBI scandals, and America's worst presidents. Visit thefirsttv.com/support or download the First TV app to become a supporter and start watching today.